You're about to have one of the biggest aha moment in trading ever. Something that a lot of traders fail to understand. So stick till the end of the video because I promise to you, you will see the chart in a very different way after you finish watching this video. So what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to break you down some of these trades that we've managed to call and take inside our community. And I want you guys to see things in a very different way. I want you guys to approach this video with a very open-minded approach because this will help you to understand what exactly I'm going to teach you right now. So first thing first, one key crucial thing that a lot of traders fail to understand is that yes, when you jump on YouTube, you start seeing that people will always talk to you about a lot of concept, a lot of theory, a lot of, I don't know, secret sauce, algorithm, whatsoever, blah, blah, blah. But what people fail to understand is that market at the end of the day is a battle between two major factors. We have buyers, right? And then we have sellers. Now, it seems something pretty common, right? Like, yeah, I know, like people are buying and selling. What's the matter about it? Well, what's the matter is that this is the bread and butter of how the market moves. So if this is the bread and butter of how market moves with a constant battle between buyers and sellers, what is the number one thing that you guys should be paying attention before you even go and jump into your understanding of, I don't know, liquidity grab, smart money concept, or I don't know, FVG with imbalances, blah, blah, blah. Like, what is the important thing that you need to understand is the price behaviors. What do I mean by price behavior? Now, it's a very wide concept, something that will take me hours and hours to explain it to you, but I'm going to be giving you the glimpse in this video so that will help you to understand next time when you're trading around your FVG, when you're trading around your liquidity point, or you're trading around your smart money concept on what exactly is going on. So we know that every time when price moves from one point to another one, and usually this is what I say to my community all the time, is that we have always an objective. Price has to go from one point to another one, and we call that point from point A to point B. So when you see, for example, this move to the upside, right, I want you to think properly. Look at this. When you see this, right, check this out. When you see these buyers right in there, right, going into there, right, it's going higher and higher and higher. What is the first thing you notice between this move to the upside, right, compared to this move to the downside? Just, it's nothing complex. It's not a, it's not a tricky question, okay? So let's go back to here. It's not a tricky question. Just tell me, what can you see visually? Something so mechanical, something so objective, that's pretty clean and clear to almost everyone, okay? It's not, oh, I see this and he sees that. No, look at this. We have a lot of strong momentum to the upside. That's the first thing we see, right? Price is pumping orders to the upside. That's pretty clean. Then you see sellers getting into the market. But what's happening with the seller? Sellers are not strong enough, right, to do what? To overcome the buyers. So that's why when I said at the beginning, you have buyers against the sellers. So why this is important? Well, because if price, right, starts showing you this sign of weakness, right, it's kind of telling you, hey, we are not ready yet to get into sell positions. We are not getting yet to take over the buyers. So why is it important? Because say that you wake up in the morning and you don't see, sorry, hold on, let me drink it. You don't see this part of the price action. You don't have it. You don't have this order. Automatically, when you get in here, if you have your, let's say, support resistance zone, timing session, I don't know, whatever POI you have in here, and you see that there is a change in order flow, you can already confidently jump into a trade for the next push to the upside. Now, I want you to see something very important here. Okay, look at this. Check this out. We had then a very strong push to the upside. So we are not surprised at this point. Why? Because price here it showed momentum. Here we lost momentum. There's nothing here. And then here we have a strength of price pushing to the upside. But guess what after that? Look at this. Price drops like crazy. So do you see now the difference between this and this? Guys, this, I don't know how you're taking this, but trust me, this is one of the most powerful things that you can do on your own in the chart. Because these candles, they're not just random candles. They are literally footprint. They are literally what? Orders, pumped with orders. Orders that we cannot see it with naked eyes, but we can see their footprint. We can see the way they behave, right? Price movement within the timing. Okay, so now There are multiple confluences that we use in our community with my guys. They know what is there. It goes into all of this trade. But I want you guys to see clearly what exactly happened. So let's start from this trade. What happened when we went into this trade? So again, buyers against seller, right? Simple stuff. This is a supply. What happens in here? Why do you guys think this is valid? Well, simply because when price came around this supply, right? Look at the way order entered in the market in here, and look at the way the buyers are pushing towards the upside. You guys see that? There is no strength in there, right? Price is exhausting, it's getting lower. So we used other confluences for us to say, okay, this trade was valid, okay? Some other confluences. But regardless of those confluences that I shared with the community, right? We knew from the first stage that buyers were going to lose control. And indeed, the momentum then kicked in, right? So look at the difference of how this buyer got into this supply and how this buyer got back into this supply. You see the differences, guys? Like, trust me, a lot of traders, they underestimate this kind of concept so much, but they don't understand how powerful they can be. Look at this. Let me show you another example, because this is gonna get wild. This is just one of the example, one of the aha moment I can give it to you. But look at, check this one out, right? Then we have this price coming here. Now, what is the first red flag? Here, we've seen that price was losing momentum. Here, we've seen price pumping a lot of order to the downside. But then, interestingly enough, when price comes back into this demand, something odd is going on. You see, buyers now are no longer reacting the way they did it before here to the upside, right? So you see, they're losing momentum. So I send out this trade and the community, and I've said, everyone, guys, pay attention that we might gonna see price actually going against us. And if that happens, what we can look for is for a sell. Why? Look at this. So price then later on the very next day destroys everything. There was already a sell entry in here. Why? Because we, at this point, when this demand got taken out and we started seeing actually the orders in here are stronger than this, we started actually noticing what? That we can continue for a sell. And how? Again, look at this. Look at the drop in here. Look at the when price goes next to the supply. You guys see that? It's crazy, right? Now, again, this was not just one confluence and one reason why we have taken the trade for, right? We had, again, multiple confluences, other confluences that we used, but the bread and butter was literally one of the main key that we used to understand, okay, what we're going to be doing next. Same exact thing happened on this trade. Price drops like crazy. We get next to a POI. It start ranging. And then eventually, once it breaks to this POI, we can see order kicking in strongly. And now the order is kicking in strongly. Do you see how price, when it's reaching out, this supply zone is actually strong? It's no longer weak as it was before, like in here. It's strong as it was here, right? And then eventually, what does it do? It goes equal to that. It retraces, and then it starts dropping. So now let me ask you this question. If tomorrow, because this is live, if tomorrow price comes in here, slowly like this, what do you guys think is going to happen? Or even better, if it comes into here and it start doing the same thing, well, we might going to see some type of drop like this. And indeed, I do have actually a drawing, something that I did a forecast for my community. I shared with them, I explained them a lot of things. Of course, you need to put a lot of confluences on the top of that. But in a basic, simple things is that just understanding this simple concept can take your trading to another level. So if you enjoyed this breakdown and if you understood what is it I wanted to say, I highly encourage you guys to check out our link in the description, so my Telegram group. And also I go live on TikTok almost every week. I'm going to start doing that from next week. If you want to take part of it, it's completely free. Even the Telegram group is free. Just join the link below and I'll see you inside.